On today's episode, our biggest tortoise begins nesting in a precarious location, and we try to save her eggs before the cold mud begins to harden. When you live at a reptile rescue, you never really stop working. But with a job like this, who would ever want to? Hey guys, we found Scooter out here a few hours ago. We had put her out here when the temperatures rose up into the 60s. It's one of the first warm spring days. She's had it the end of March to be out grazing the yard, and sometimes when they need to get their nesting done, that's all they need is their first warm day to start digging and laying eggs. She already started to cover up her nest, which means she's done laying, and then we're going to go down there, we're going to unbury her nest, and we're going to see exactly how many eggs she has laid today. Go ahead and put in the comment section before you see the end of the video, go ahead and put your guess. How many eggs do you think Scooter laid today before we dig them up? Oh my, look at this girl. Look at how muddy her legs are. Get a look at those muddy legs. She has been using those legs to dig her nest this whole time for several hours. She's just caked in mud. The African Sulcata Tortoise is native to the country of Kenya, so we need to get her eggs out of this Pennsylvania mud. If we leave them in the ground overnight, the freshly moved dirt will begin to harden, and moving them will start to become impossible. Viola, no, get that football out of here. Okay, so these eggs are very brittle. They're just like any other egg. So we're gonna start taking some mud out of here. Oh good, Viola's already uncovered the first one. Can you get a good close look? Look what we're seeing already.
Oh, this is so disgusting.
Viola, be very careful. We do not want to break the eggs as much as we can help. So we're just gonna carefully dig through there. And each egg we get, honey, very fragile. Gently roll those things out of here. And hopefully we don't break a single one. All right. There's one, two. Look at all of those, Ken. Are you getting a good look at this?
Yep.
Wow, guys,
a lot of eggs.
Ooh, look at here's one that's definitely infertile here. Oh no, that's a broken one. Oh, some of these eggs, look, this is how careful we've got to be. See, already this egg broke. And so what we're seeing here is the yolk of the egg in there. So it's about to get even grosser in here. Those of you guys who are 80s kids like me, you remember a show called Double Dare? They did all kinds of gross things. We're trying not to reinvent Double Dare here. So Dad already broke the first egg.
5.
Yeah, that's how that one got broken. I broke it. Now, some of it's not totally my fault. She may have actually cracked it while she was covering it up. So that's a broken egg there. I'm gonna toss it over in the compost pile across the fence. Here it goes. All right, we're up to 9 eggs so far, guys. I don't know what you guessed, but we're up to 10.
10.
Right.
We're getting close to the amount I guessed.
Oh, I didn't even give a guess yet. I'm gonna guess 20, guys. And I'm guessing that from a little bit of experience because I've done this a few times. It's hard to get in here. I'm already coming up against a root. Somehow these tortoises, they're able to do this stuff. Oh wow, there's eggs going this way still, Viola, towards you. Yeah, so be very careful. Oh look, I just uncovered one right this far in.
Oh wow.
So
1.
these things are all over the place.
Got 10 right now.
Guys, every place you see an egg, somehow that tortoise dug a hole with her back legs. Like, think about that. She's not using a shovel. She doesn't have fingers. She's doing all this with her back legs, not even her front legs. She can't even see where she's digging with her eyes. All right, so what are we up to, 11?
Yep. 12.
12. They're just covered in mud.
13.
14. Oh my gosh, we're about to hit the mother lode, Viola. There's a bunch right down here.
15.
16. Careful, careful. Don't pull on it. If it's not coming, you got to work the mud around it.
What are we at, 16?
I think so. What is that, Viola?
17.
Is that 17?
Yeah, 17.
Right, and make sure when you pull out a glob of mud, there's no egg in it. Like this, not an egg. But I see more eggs toward you, Viola.
Yeah.
There's at least a couple more that way, I think. Don't pull too hard on it. Okay, work the dirt around it.
18.
Okay, so we're up to 18 there. Uh-oh, I'm feeling something like goo.
Ew.
No, that's just mud. I was afraid I found yolk again. All right, we might be at 18.
We are.
That might be all of them, guys. Wait, what is this? Is this an egg or is this? No, this is a rock. I thought it was an egg. It's just a rock. So that means we have 18 eggs that we got out intact, right?
Yep. Ew, I need to wash my hands.
Well, so what do we say that is 18 eggs?
18.
We'll recount them later.
All right. So we have 18 eggs in there, guys, plus the one that I broke, or that we'll say Scooter broke it.
Yeah, Scooter did break it.
Okay, so we'll say Scooter broke it. So that's a total of 19 eggs. 19 eggs that Scooter laid today. So we're gonna go wash those off in the sink, and we're gonna get Scooter in where it's nice and warm, and she can feel like a very good mom that she came out here, did a very big job. This tortoise wagon is one of my favorite things we ever bought for the rescue. In the spring and fall, our heavy tortoises need to be outside grazing on the warmer days, sometimes only for a couple hours, then immediately back inside for the colder nights. Follow me over the tortoise area. Whew. The hard part was over. Scooter had managed to lay all of her eggs before the Pennsylvania temperatures dropped too low for an African tortoise. Now she was back in the safety of the warm reptile room along with the eggs. Our next job was to clean off the eggs and find out how many got damaged during the nesting process. Remember, these eggs are not fertile. That means there are no baby tortoises growing inside of them. But we still have a couple cool ideas we can use them for.
Oh wait, what? They're hard?
You didn't think they were?
I thought they were soft.
Kenny's not wrong because many reptiles do lay soft-shelled eggs, but these tortoises lay hard-shelled eggs. That also means they run the risk of getting cracked.
Dad, we got a cracked. There's another cracked one.
Oh my, that's a lot of cracked ones.
We're back at the sink. We got most of the mud off of the eggs. We're gonna find how many of them survive the process of being laid. They drop out of the tortoise's cloaca just a few inches and they hit another egg, and it's enough to crack one. So we're gonna find out how many of these are still intact. Oh, almost dropped one, that wasn't good. All right.
That's cracked it.
Okay, so,
That one's.
all right, so Viola, show the camera what you have there. Yeah, so that one right there, that one probably broke in the process of being laid. In case you're worried, these are not fertile. These are eggs that are never going to hatch into anything except maybe an omelet. So these eggs are going to either be for food or for educational display. So if they crack, it's not the end of the world, but we really don't want them to crack because we like to use them at our school assemblies and programs like that to let the kids hold. So Viola, we need to get the mud off of that one.
If they become omelets, I don't want to eat a baby tortoise.
We're not gonna make you eat a baby tortoise. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stack our eggs right up here. This is an African rock python towel that I got from my Aunt Mary, and she always sends us weird stuff because she's from Portland, and so we greatly appreciate the weirdness of Portland.
Portland, Oregon?
Yeah, and Portland's a famous city for being weird, and our Aunt Mary lives there, and she lives up to that standard and sends us cool weird things a lot. Here we have a perfectly intact egg. Here you go, Viola. So I'm gonna try to rinse these off, get each one on the towel. Okay, Viola?
Another cracky. Oh, this one's really cracked.
Right, you take this one's good, don't drop it. Yeah, this is another one that got cracked. Kenny, you want to get a close-up of this one? See how that one's broken? Viola, let me rinse them off. You put them on the towel, please. Let's do is organize. Okay. They're very slippery too. They still have like sort of a slime-like coating that they are laid with. And once you do this, that slippery coating, it does come off. All right, and so that's our last one. Let's take a look at the African rock python towel. We'll do a final count of our eggs. And Viola spread them out really far. Do you want to get a wide shot of that towel, Kenny? Can you see all of them on there?
They all need their own personal bubble.
All right, well, no, they don't. These are not cookies on a baking sheet. So let's just put together the good ones, the bad ones, and we will see how many perfect ones we have. That one's good. 2. 13 that are without any blemish, and then let's count the ones that have some cracks. In 18. So we counted them right in the field, but we still have 13 completely good eggs. Of those eggs, a dozen of them we're probably going to rotate into our reptile shows. We give a kid like, say, Viola. Put your hand out, Viola. You hold on to this egg, don't drop it. So they get a chance to hold on to an egg, and then we give them a sulcata tortoise. Quickly going to turn into this size. And so it's just a fun illustration we do at our shows. So we have 13 good eggs that we get to use for assemblies for another year. One of them we're actually going to give to one of our Facebook followers because they said their son or their nephew actually has an interesting egg collection. The other 5 that are broken, those 5, we're probably just going to scramble them up and we're going to feed them to the monitor lizards or the tegus. So nothing here will go to waste. If you're mad at us, these are not going to turn into tortoises. These are infertile eggs. They're like the eggs in your fridge. They're not going to hatch in anything. But thanks guys for watching our video. If you think this one was fun, we have a whole other video of a snapping turtle who laid, I won't say how many eggs, but I'll give you a hint. It's close to twice as many as what you see here. Hanging out with a nesting snapper was a wild experience, and I'm sure you'll love the video. Did you just see those 2 eggs drop? But back to this story, it had been a long day and I still wanted to do some food prep before bed so I could feed the reptiles first thing in the morning. But as usual, there were some surprises waiting for me in the house. Bushy, why do you have a saddle on you? Did Viola put a saddle on you again? Viola, stop putting a saddle on the dog, please. Brush your teeth and get ready for bed. As you can see, guys, these are the broken eggs. I like to boil them. That way, if there's any germs and things that aren't good for the animals that are eating them, boiling is a great way to kill a whole lot of things. So,
Dad, I need to brush my teeth unless you want the camera to be shaky.
all right, so you go brush your teeth and we're gonna boil these eggs. After boiling the eggs for about 10 minutes, I feel a lot safer feeding them to my other animals. Hey pal, look what I got for you. If my voice sounds a little livelier in this part of the video, it's because I had just gotten a good night's sleep. After boiling the eggs, I let them cool off in the fridge overnight so Ernie the tegu wouldn't burn his mouth on them. Then we all went to bed. The next morning, it was time to feed Ernie. Ernie is an Argentine tegu lizard. This species is native to South America, although there are invasive populations of tegus in Florida and Georgia. Both animals and athletes love to consume eggs for protein and other nutrients, so Ernie is in good company. In the 1976 film Rocky, Sylvester Stallone famously drank raw eggs as part of his workout, but Ernie's are actually soft-boiled. Tegu lizards are similar to monitor lizards in many ways. I tend to think of monitors and tegus as carnivores because they're known for eating bugs and eggs and other animals, but technically tegus are omnivorous and they occasionally eat fruit as well. Thanks for watching. Drop some of your own egg stories in the comments section. Oh, and one more thing. Thanks for giving reptiles a chance. Ernie, you're such a messy lizard. Oh, you missed the whole egg. Silly. Silly.